EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. It is one of the most difficult golf courses in the United States, Oakmont Country Club outside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo, who was a part of that dramatic U.S. Open in 1994 at Oakmont, ultimately won by Ernie Els. Frank, when you think of Oakmont, what comes to mind?
The difficulty of the golf course, Rich. I know a lot's changed over the last 20 or so years. A lot of the trees have been removed. But really, that wasn't the story of Oakmont. It's the slick greens, how firm and fast they can be. The members there, for example, they marvel at the fact that people think they're fast. They say we putt on these greens every single day and they're certainly no slower. But it's the bunkering as well. There's 210 bunkers here. They're all in play. And it just has that history. When you step on Oakmont, you just know you are walking on not one of the great courses in North America, but one of the great courses in golf.
He just blasted that one down the fairway, out there about 325 yards. Now the approach here at the par 4 first.
Well, it's a little absurd, that, Rich. That shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. Getting set now over the putt.
Would certainly help.
Just a shade over par, +1. On the tee, ready to go. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, uphill shot. What did you like to do on a play like this?
The biggest thing really is to try and work on your balance. You've got to make sure you get through the shot and normally take an extra club.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. +1 in the early going. So here we are at the third hole, par 4, again 428 yards. Frank, have you ever seen anything quite like the bunkering that we have here on the left side of this hole?
No, the church pews, they're famous, obviously, for Oakmont, and they have that tendency to drag your eye to that left side. Really, you hit anything that you can get off on the fairway off this tee, whether it's a long iron, I don't care what it is. If you want to try and hit driver down there, well, good luck, because this really is about the second shot. Somehow avoid that trouble there so you've got a second shot.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Good swing, good shot yet again.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Back to par for the round.
Frank, at Oakmont, you have to take advantage of scoring opportunities when they present themselves. Is this one of those moments here, the par 5, fourth hole at 609 yards?
It'll certainly be one of the holes that determine the champion because the difference between making 4 and 6 on this hole is extremely slim. Very, very stringent tee shot. You're heading towards those church pews and trying to cut the ball away from it. It's easy to see why Jack Nicklaus, who faded the ball, and Ben Hogan won around here.
Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Frank, here we go again. Another shot from the rough.
Yeah, let's see if he learned his lesson.
Frank, it's not about getting the ball close to the hole. From that spot,
well, he had no chance to get it close. I thought he had very, very, very little chance of getting it on the green. So given that, that was a very good shot. Well, just when you thought they might pick up one, now settle for a par.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. We're at the fifth hole now. Short hole, but Frank, pretty challenging even at 382 yards.
Yeah, you've got the bunkers are staggered. The first three come in down the left side, and then they start to link up with the ones on the right side that just sort of narrow this fairway up. It just sort of changes the strategy. But if you can just sort of thread an iron up there, that's the main thing. Because this green is going to be very narrow in the front and then slope away to the player's left.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part.
Well, for such a strong man, weak putt.
Now I'll have to make this just to avoid making Michael Dublé. So with that, one over par. Par 3 sixth here at Oakmont. Frank, it's changed a bit since you played here in the U.S. Open back in 1994.
Yes, it has, Rich. They used to have a bunker behind this green, sort of back left. They've removed that now and actually increased the back of this green. I'm not going to say it makes the hole that much easier. It just gives them a few more places to cut a flag when they choose to stick it in the back. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Just trying to keep this round on track. Has that putt, stays at 1 over.
All right, Frank, take us down onto the 7th hole, par 4 at 434 yards.
Another one that's just another great driving hole. Bunkers on both sides of the fairway, so you can't really bail out either way. Used to be some trees in that down the right side. They've been removed, replaced now by fescue. So if you do miss those bunkers right or left, it's not exactly one of the easiest chip out to the fairway. Another one that's a must-hit fairway. Reason why? It's a long par 4, and it's the only way you can hit this par 4 and 2.
Second shot here at the par 4 7th. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
So a tester from 4 feet. So with a mate, moves to even par.
Frank, the par 3 8th, it will take a player's very best strike.
Yeah, it's not often you see the odd driver come out of the bag, but when a hole can be stretched out to close to 300 yards, then everybody in the field needs some heavy artillery. It's a big, long par 3. Green does feed a little bit.
Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
And Frank, that steady play continues.
Rock solid. Excellent approach shot.
Is this one for par? Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Here we are at the 9th, par 4, 477 yards. Frank, this is a rugged hole.
It is. It used to be a par 5. Some say it should still be a par 5. Long, straight hole. Runs alongside the first hole there. Bunkers left and right. And, of course, if you find the rough, the remnants of what it used to be a par 5 is a nice little cross bunker in the middle of the fairway, which forces you to lay up. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Now playing the 2nd here at the par 4. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Frank, I thought that was in.
Well, you can see the golfer is just boiling right now after that miss, and a drop shot here at the 9th. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts.
Even par currently.
So, 2 over par for the round.
Take a look now at the 10th hole, Frank. Par 4, 462 yards.
Yeah, this one can play a lot of different distances, and the reason why is if you can sneak a driver to catch the downslope, it can run all the way down. You can have just a wedge in here. If you're not as fortunate and you leave it hanging up on that hill, it plays a good 200 yards for your second.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Pretty good shot right there. These putts keep the round together. My goodness, what does a guy have to do to make a putt out here? So they'll tap in. So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 9th hole, it appears, has taken him right out of his game. Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Did the job right there. We are at the par 5 12th here at Oakmont. This is a big par 5 at 667 yards. Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Frank, you always talk about it not compounding the error, but here again, another shot from the rough.
Yeah, if you try again.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him. Give me a break, Rich. Your mum could make that.
Ooh, that's a disappointment, Frank. Three over for the day. All right, Frank, at the par 3 13th at 183 yards, what do you see here?
Well, there's a lot of things to consider, but the general slope of this green really makes you either hit to a specific section on the green or just try and keep the ball below the hole. It's always easy to putt uphill on fast greens.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough. Oh, and it gets a good kick. It's only in the first cut. That's not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. Oh, what an incredible shot. 14, pretty short par 4 at 358 yards. Frank?
Get the ball in play here, and certainly your best opportunity for birdie on the second 9 so far.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there. Should be safely on deck.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Really has it going now. Back-to-back birdies. Well, how about this hole, Frank? 499-yard, par 4 15th. All you want.
Oh, that's for sure. The church pews down the left. It's about 340 yards to get all the way past them, so that's not really an option. Oh, he is winding this one up. Doesn't have the power, though.
Gave that the full treat. Get up.
Long just meant longer.
Good strike. Good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
Well, Rich, if he can make this one, add it to that string of birdies.
And generating some momentum now. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
So a tester from 4 feet. Okay, has it, and stays at 1 over par. Yet another demanding hole here at Oakmont. Par 3 16th, 231-yard par 3. Frank calls for a well-struck long iron.
It certainly does. It's going to favor something that's hit a little higher and a little softer. If you could just mentally cut this green in half and just sort of look at the left half of this green, that's really the best way to play this hole. And the reason why is the general contours all move to the right. That ball can still funnel down to the right side of the green. This looks like it's heading for the bunker.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. And setting up here in the rough. Solid play, heart of the green.
Just a tap in to finish the hole.
Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. 17th hole at Oakmont, par 4. Only 313 yards, and yet, Frank, it was so pivotal. The last U.S. Open played here in 2007.
It was pivotal for a lot of different reasons. Strategy being one. Some elected to go down the right side with just a mid-iron. Others went directly at the green, did not get the ball up and down. Furyk and Tiger Woods come to mind in that situation. You can see the green's just perched up there. If you do lay it up, you don't quite get a full look at this green because you have to lay it up down that right side.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Good chance here. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole. You'd like that one again.
That's just a poor putt right there. No other way to say it. And a drop shot, a bogey at 17. And getting ready for the putt. Frank, we hear the sports psychologists often say, put the mistake behind you, live in the moment. Easier said than done.
It is. Male, female, it doesn't... It certainly affects everybody that plays this game, and somehow you've got to play. You've heard the old cliche, one shot at a time, but this is why it's so important, because if anything from the past creeps in, it really does affect on what you do after that. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Well, Frank, it comes down to this: one more good swing, one more difficult shot.
And one more correct decision as well here, Rich. Different levels on these greens. This ball is going to have to land on the correct level to get the right result.
Oh, it looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Player of this caliber misses it to the left that badly from that short a range. Not his best, but not bad. 73 for the day.
So that wraps up another round here at historic Oakmont Country Club in western Pennsylvania, and it has lived up to its reputation as one of the most demanding in the game.